everybody. Welcome to the Heat Army podcast. Not a bad weekend. Gateshead progressing to the semi-finals of the FA Trophy. Fantastic stuff. Down to the bare bones. It was a all hands on deck performance. We'll get into that a little bit later on. Of course, the draw was made today, so it's Barnet at home on April the 1st, and we really need to get everybody we can to Gateshead International Stadium. You've got to drag relatives, friends, co-workers, anybody, and let's all get a semi, but let's get to a semi, that is. So there we go. Share that on social media. We haven't put that on Twitter yet because we've been banned on Twitter for saying that the BBC needed to kick up the arse over the whole Gary Lineker debacle. And today we got banned for 12 hours as long as we agreed to delete the post. So there we go. Elon Musk, he must be a Spartan. So yeah, and my wife's in the background tapping at the top of the hand saying I was a naughty boy. But yeah, and well, we've got messages coming in. We've got a lot to talk about. Actually, I'll tell you what, I've even put the work in today. Here we are. Look at that. There we go. On to tonight's show. We've got obviously FA penalty drama, FA Trophy semi-final against Barnet. Fill the ground. That's what we need to do. And Torquay on Saturday. We'll get into that a little bit later on. But we'll read out messages. You can like and subscribe. Thank you, everyone. We're at 412 subscribers now. Fantastic stuff. Let's see if we can get to 500 before the end of the season. It'll be amazing. Trina has put evening, lads. Sean Parry. Good evening, you legends. I wouldn't call we legends. Stuart Allen, evening, gents. Thank you very much. Barry Lee, hi, you guys. We've got the best tie. Or would you rather have I'd rather just have a home tie. That's what we'll get into it, but that's what we wanted. And Liv has put hello to you all. What an ending it really was on Saturday. It certainly was. And well, Mickey.
It was a pleasure bumping into Liv, by the way.
Sorry?
And Darren. It was a pleasure meeting Liv and Darren on Saturday as well.
Oh, spot on. Can you lift your mic up a little bit closer to you, Mickey, just so we can get a bit more volume? Yeah, that's perfect. So yeah, we've got Ben Allison as well. But hi guys, thank you everyone that's joined us. Remember, share it because we weren't able to advertise the show as much as we normally would on Twitter since Elon Musk. So yeah, but yeah, I haven't actually got the highlights. I'll try and get them while we're talking. I'll put Mickey on to just see, because obviously Davey wasn't there. But Mickey, your thoughts on the game? I'll let you kick into it straight away.
Oof. Well, when you seen the team, we had 6 defenders on the park. I thought, oh my word. Let's get the elephant into the room first and foremost. I thought Farsley were unlucky, but I'm really glad we got through. I think we had 3 efforts on goal in the whole 90 minutes, 4 maybe.
God. I mean, not having Ollie in and having 2 defenders in midfield was always going to stagnate the creativity. But we set out to give out a solid performance, and it was never tearing up trees. It was frustrating. We didn't always get the ball into the box, and but we grounded out. And as I say, we read our luck a little bit.
Words, mate.
Sorry. Yeah.
2 important words.
It is. Oops. There we go. I'll have to highlight.
Got a cheer for we're through.
Yeah. But no, I mean, look, it was a case of just getting through, wasn't it? That's the thing.
Yeah.
It was backs to the wall, all hands on deck. You can go through all the sayings, but yeah, I think it is just had to get through, and we've got a home tie, and that's more importantly. We've got 1 second here. We've got
other than the leading light. I mean, Monty's going to take all the plaudits.
Yeah.
Can I just say, Ollie Thompson?
Oh yeah,
absolutely. I hope he come off that pitch and he was proud of himself, because I was proud of him the way he played.
Oh, yeah.
I was rather displeased that the people not passing to him when he was open.
Yeah.
But there's protect players and there's letting lads learn.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I've just seen Christopher Story's message there saying, "Do you feel better after Saturday?" And obviously, yes. But I was really confident until about 2:00 when the team sheet came out, and I was just like, "Oh my god, we aren't gonna, we've got 6 defenders on the pitch. This is not going to be too clever. We're going to grind
that.
these out, which is what we did.
And 2 goalkeepers on the bench. I mean, obviously, it doesn't look great, does it?
No.
I was worried in case we're seeing a problem where Philip Marshall or Elliot was going to have to come on and just sit in midfield or something to try and have a body. And,
It's pretty desperate stuff, wasn't it? But
yeah, but I mean, let's talk about the young man, Ollie Thompson. Come on, of course. Before we go any further, the knock that Kent Richardson picked up was just a slight ankle injury. No, nothing serious. He will be back for the weekend, hopefully. So that was more of a precaution thing. But I did hand the opportunity to young Ollie Thompson when he came on. And look, the lad's trained with the first team a couple of times. We've seen tweets and mentions about goals he's scored in recent weeks. So hat-trick against Blythe Spartans. If anyone wasn't at the game, he's very similar build, small lad like Adam Campbell. Had a bit of pace to him, but I tell you what, the lad, come on, he held his shape, even created a fantastic move in the first half of that drive and run into the edge of the box, which nearly set up Dan Ward.
Is that Kenton down now on the highlights?
That's Kenton. And as soon as he was down there was just no, that's it. See, he was stripped and ready to come on. They didn't even check him. I think they were just precaution. League's very important at the moment, of course. It's nice to get through this game. But look, that's a shining light that's come out of it. Gateshead, we've managed to, get a few players through the academy in recent years, and hopefully this is another one. Yeah, I mean, you'll see his moves coming up shortly, I think, on the highlights. But as I mentioned, their pace really did give off and problems, especially that man there, Williams, Theo Williams. He was just electric when he got on the ball to run it out.
What about that shot from the half, really?
Oh my God! Yeah, that's incredible. In fact, it'll be on the highlights, won't it?
I mean, he did mean it, Mulhern. He went for it. Yeah. Obviously,
heart and mouth times, lads.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I was. I says when I was coming out of the ground, I says, I think I'll have to get the wire brush on these underpants when I get home.
Mickey, you've always got to get the wire brush on the underpants.
What was the general mood in the stands? Obviously, final whistle 0-0. What was it before the penalties were started? Was it confidence? Was were we apprehensive? Were we
just like nerves? Wasn't it like any penalty shootout? Really,
I was apprehensive because I'd never been to a game where I was actually at the game where we won a penalty shootout. So I was pretty scared for that fact. And the only one I'd seen we win was the one against Brackley via the streams.
Oh, aye. Was that in the playoffs?
Yeah. But at the same time, I thought Monty would save a couple.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned just before the penalty started, and the good thing is the penalty started straight away. There wasn't any hanging around, was there? And I think that helped for both sides. I mean, there was the move there that got it off. It was noticeable that sometimes Pye wouldn't pass it down the left-hand flank to him, whether or not he thought, or maybe even been instruction, don't want to label Pye for not passing the ball, but there was times where he was kind of open and you thought, well, give the lad a chance, but no, look, 6 defenders, or it was 5 at this point, but we got solid players on the ball, and if you're going to put 2 players in midfield, Magny and Tinkler are probably the ones you'd pick, aren't they?
To be fair, I thought Magny had a really good game.
He did.
He just kept it simple, and I was quite pleased with it. And I thought Mags could play there, and I thought, to be honest, he would have been the one that would have come in for Bales until he decided he wanted to have a bit of WWF doing at Banbury.
That's it. There's a pace you were talking about, Davey.
Yeah, he was quite tricky. But no, I mean, look, we're through. That's the main thing.
We've got over the line, exactly.
And I tell you what, I was really nervous for that draw this afternoon. And when we were the first ones, I was just instantly relaxed when it was like home draw. I said, right, that's good.
Same here. Yeah.
Did anybody listen to the second half of the draw for Halifax? I didn't.
We just all reached for our phones. Straight away.
So obviously, either team to get through, it's going to be Aldershot or Halifax. But look, I mean, if we can get Tyneside on to support us. To be fantastic. I mean, let's put.
I do believe. Can I just cut in there? I do believe Sunderland's playing on the Friday and Newcastle's playing on the Sunday.
Well,
that's right. Yeah, that's correct. Yep.
Hopefully, I mean, we had Time Tees and BBC there last week, didn't we? Given the build-up, and I'm sure they'll give us the build-up this time.
So
have a similar attendance like we did against Grimsby. I'm hoping.
It'll be nice. It'll be nice.
Oh, that would be nice. Yeah.
I
mean, Barnet will bring a few. To be fair to them, I know it's down, London, but they'll
I expect about 900. It's a chance to get to Wembley. You know what I mean? Maybe even more.
Well, the trains are off, aren't they?
Oh well.
Are they?
We'll take any advantage we can get, lads. That's the spirit.
I was saying on Twitter today we'll have to get some coaches organised. So.
Oh right, okay.
Well, this is obviously the penalties, and
this is a cracking penalty. This one.
It was, just smacked it in there. I mean, we're going to talk about it.
That's really important as well, isn't it? The first penalty has got to be a confident penalty, and you follow that, don't you?
The thing we've got to talk about here, I mean, he's like a naughty schoolboy. Look at him just walking in confidently there, with his new Monty gloves as well. No, Aaron Martin, of course, missed his penalty. Look, the lad is desperate for a goal, and I think it's weighing heavy on him. We've seen the potential at the beginning of the season. He's had an injury-laden season. He's never had a run of games, and the sending off didn't help. And I feel for him. I don't want to get on his back because I think there's goals in this lad, and I hope it's in a Gateshead shirt. It's just unfortunate, but thankfully the penalties went our way, and he didn't end up being a villain.
Did you have a sinking feeling at that stage when he missed? Were you thinking, "Oh, here we go"? I
was I probably can't see it. It started with foot and ended with foot. But I got up and I stood behind where Davey does the commentary, and I thought I'll stand here because I didn't really want to watch the penalties. I actually watched the first one, but I was looking down more at the floor.
Right.
And then I looked up when Aaron Martin put his weight, and I thought, oh God, someone please bail the lad out. Unfortunately, Monty's bailed him out, and if there's any one person that wants to put that right, it's going to be Aaron Martin.
Yeah.
The lad probably felt like shit. And then he's probably getting a load of shit on Twitter. I've never seen anything myself personally. I hope he is.
It was on there. It was on there. It was on there. There was lots of verbals.
He's not the only one who had a bad game there on Saturday.
Well, that's it.
I mean, obviously we're talking about the penalty miss, but look, performances aside, I'll take every game at the end of the season like that if we can stop up. I don't care how the results come. This is how we've got to grind it out. It can't
we've got to do this. Let's hope it's not papering over cracks, because if we need to be Torquay, this is a bonus. This is a massive bonus.
We'll get on to the Torquay one. Most of the lads had a good game, to be fair, as far as the setup. That stifled them, but also as well, we didn't have the creativity of the players in there. It was those players in square pegs and round holes. Let's be honest.
That's true. And you look down in the stand, and we had a better team in the stand, and probably on the park.
Well, hang on one second. Here's the man, Conter. Look at him.
I've got a story about Conter for later on as well.
If you wanted anyone to take the final penalty, this was the man, wasn't it? I mean, it really was. He's just oozes. Look at him. He's just so confident. Good.
I was talking to my mate Hebby today, and he says when he stepped up, he says, I knew he wasn't missing it.
He wasn't missing this. Yeah, look at him. He's just like, I'm having this.
Love that perfect penalty. Little chink in it. But no,
I think he thought he had to go back to the halfway line there, but I don't think they realised what the score was.
Yeah,
I think they lost count. I think they got completely lost in the moment and lost count.
Well, I did wonder, because when the winning penalty goes in, normally the winning team all just piles onto the player who's just scored. There wasn't any of that.
I think it was just more relief. I do think it was just more relief. Right, keep sending them messages as well. There's a few things to put on. We've got obviously the ladies as well. We've got the league table to put up, so we can give you a bit more information on that. So message from our sponsors, and also as well, I got an exclusive interview this afternoon. Well, I say this afternoon about half an hour ago. So I'll put that up straight after this. Have you got any messages for the Gateshead fans before you go to bed?
I can't remember. I don't know what you're going to say.
What you want to say is just say, is everybody looking forward to the semi-final?
What semi-final?
Yeah, and who's going to win the semi-final?
Gateshead!
Yeah, that's right. So has everybody got to get there as well?
Yes.
You're gonna
But that for Newcastle, that's so dumb.
It is so dumb, but we'd like them to support us, wouldn't we? Yeah, so they can come along. Newcastle and Sunderland fans can come along. All right, So, do you think Gateshead will get to Wembley then?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Daddy will cry?
Yes!
And who's going to score the winning goal if we do get through?
Dan Ward!
Dan Ward, yeah, there you go. And we've got another one coming in as well. Do you want to get in, Sophia, and quickly say hello to everybody?
Hello.
Are Gateshead going to get to Wembley?
No.
All right, you can go to bed now. On that note, everybody, like and subscribe.
I'll come download it if you want me to come to Gateshead football.
Yeah, download if you want him to come to Gateshead football. Bye, everybody. You gonna say bye?
Bye.
Well, inadvertently, Sophia has just saved me a fortune at Christmas and birthdays. So we've got lots of messages coming in. We've got.
Great.
Do you reckon we'll be Barnet? Says definitely not. Danny Aarons.
Well, interestingly, we just talked before about falsely like and Halifax obviously stifling us. Well, Barnet are actually quite a good footballing team, to be fair to them. So it should be quite a good football game. You know what I mean? Two teams wanting to play, so it'll be hard though. It's going to be tough. Let's be honest.
It certainly is. Mr. Luke, hello, gents. Feeling great after the penalty shootout on Saturday. Getting a bit nervous for Torquay, but we can do it well. Hopefully, we'll get into the Torquay chat shortly. Come on, Gateshead, says Lily Nolan.
Said it was emotional. Trina started crying when penalties was finished.
I had to take 5 minutes to decompress and just stare at the sky. That's the spirit. Keep positive and encouraging the lads. We'll gain nothing giving players grief. They clearly care, and if I feel we can stay up and kick on, but hopefully we can. Barnet got 4 matches before the semis, and those top 8, and Barnet will be wanting to cement their playoff place. Of course, it is very important at both ends of the table, both teams. There's a lot to play for.
Yeah.
They play Tuesday before the semi at Woking, and then they've got a 260-mile coach trip on Friday. That'll not be fun. Fingers crossed they get a bit tired. Look, we'll touch at any straw.
We also play on the Tuesday night as well, though.
Yeah.
We're home to Dagenham that night.
Yeah, so that's another tough game. Be great to get to Wembley. It certainly would. You know, I mean, this season, obviously, he's put there. Lost count of the score in the penalty shootout when my father-in-law phoned in the middle of it. And contact scored to the back of the net. My 9-year-old daughter to tell me that it was the winner. Everyone seemed stunned.
Everyone did lose count.
Yes, at least your daughter was, supporting the Heat, unlike mine. I tell you. Right, just before we go any further into the first team chat, ladies. Of course, Mickey, you are there on Sunday. Windy day, I believe.
I'm still trying to thought. Windy wasn't the word.
We're not talking about your wind, Mick.
No, or Davies' wind from last week.
Well, apparently, after the show, someone said that they're a fellow Heat Army CPAP user, and they said it was just me. But I've even changed my diet. I'm still farting like a machine gun in the morning. So anyone else with CPAP? Yeah. So
of course, it was really windy.
Well, there's the league table. They're sitting in 7th at the minute on 25 points. They've got 4 games in hand on the team top of the league on 35 points. Are we going to see a rush up the table, Mickey?
I'd like to think so. We've got Spennymoor next on Sunday at 2:15 at New Ferrens Park. They wanted to play on Friday and we said no.
Oh.
And they've changed it to New Ferrens Park and they're going to charge you £3 to get in, which I think is a bit of a shit trick, really.
Oh,
because we didn't charge to watch any of our games.
Or is that not just to cover costs because of using New Ferrens Park?
Well, why don't they just play where they normally play if they don't play at the Brewery Field?
True. Yep.
It's I'm not going to get into it.
Big game anyway.
They're a really good side as well. A really good side.
But a win would set the lasses up nicely, though, to be on the charge then.
Oh, I mean, we beat them in the cup 3-2, I think it was, and we got beat 4-1 in the league down there. No, it was a different cup. We got beat 4-1, but anyway, we beat them at our place and we got beat down their place. So we're going back down this Sunday, and it should be a good game. It should be a really good game, and let's just hope it goes well. But like you say, if we get them, win them games in hand, we can get right up the table.
Yeah. Well, fingers crossed. I mean, it was a slow start, slow burn. Things have had to be done the hard way, but they're turning it round, and the right additions are getting them in there.
How many go up, Mickey?
Well, that's a good question, that David, because I really don't know.
Get that one for next week.
Yeah, I'll get that one for next week. But Spennymoor's on the same games as us as well. So if they win their 4 games and we win our 4 games, there'll be 5 points difference. But there's Wallsend ladies. I think they've only played 1 more than us, and they're right up the top there. So it could. If the lasses finish in the top half of the table, it'll be an absolutely fantastic achievement for them.
Yeah,
and
good.
Yeah, even though it was windy as hell the other day, they played really well. Had enough chances. We missed 1 penalty, and Crid scored. We got a second one, and Crid knocked that one away. And in the second half, about a minute from time, they got a free kick, and Carly saved it. And now I was looking down at the time, and I looked up, and everyone had dived on Carly, and I thought it was a scrap. I said, "What's happening there? What's happening there?" It was just everyone dived on Carly.
There's a running theme here. You're at the football match and you're looking down. It helps if you look at the pitch, Mickey.
No, because I'll tell you another thing that got us as well. There was a guy there, and I kept saying to Roy Best, "Is that Camille Conter?" No, that's not Camille.
Oh, I saw this on Twitter.
I thought, well, it looks like bloody Camille. So I didn't get a one tart of him. And he was I think he was talking to Hugo, to be fair. He was stood in between the 2 dugouts talking, and then he was on his phone, and I kept looking over. I'm thinking, I'm sure that's Camille, but I didn't want to go on making that. Hello, Camille, how are you doing? And some guy said, "Sorry, you've got the wrong bloke."
Yeah.
So I apologise to Camille, because honestly didn't realise.
Lovely to see him showing support, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. Yeah, really good when he was there. Yeah,
brilliant.
Pardon me, but it's good to see the first team is supporting the ladies team. Right, we've got a few messages coming in. It sounds like Trina has got up out of bed today and decided not love but war. She's put, "Sorry to disagree, Aaron Martin has done nothing all season." Yes, he hasn't scored, of course, but everyone's entitled to opinion. That's what you do. You get them in here. We don't hide anyone's opinion, contrary to belief. So there we go. Ginger Joe has put, "Hopefully the club can cheaper tickets for extra NUFC fans to come in as well as everyone else." Look, I don't think it should be cheaper for Newcastle and Sunderland fans. Hopefully they can lend us their support, get involved in what the occasion's going to be for the Northeast. Let's not undercut the fans that have been there thick and thin.
Yeah.
Yes, it's lovely. It's great to have extra support, but don't incentive it at the cost of your own fans. That's the way I look at it.
So that, like they did on Saturday, 15 quid. 15 quid for 5 quid for youngins.
Yeah,
decent crowd Saturday as well. I mean,
it was a lot better than expected. 20 minutes before kickoff, that stand was sparse, wasn't it, Mickey? It was empty, and I was like, "Oh no, we're gonna have a sub 500 here," and then it just filled up and filled up and filled up, and it was a great atmosphere. And once again, to Gateshead Flags, they are doing a fantastic,
good effort by the Farsley fans as well.
Yeah, they were in good voice as well. So definitely. We've got a message from Christopher Story. He's put over the moon after Saturday. Not the greatest of games, but all that matters is getting to the semis. Barnet will be a tight game, I reckon. It will be. But if we can get it, this is what I'm talking about. We need to get as many people as we can there. I'm sure the club will go in overdrive. I'm sure Jack will be putting out some fantastic stuff. We're going to try and put out some great stuff, and then the build up to it as well. I'm sure we can get our friend on, the Barnet fan, the one that takes his nan to the games with him. To in the build up.
Look at Mickey's face.
Not too impressed with his Twitter antics. He likes to have a rant, doesn't he? Put it that way.
Oh, he's just got an opinion. He loves his club. You know.
Yeah, he's no different to us, really, is he?
Exactly. He's passionate, isn't he? He just sees it all from a Barnet point of view. Fair enough.
He just doesn't mind venting his spleen. I suppose I'm probably a bit too.
The Ginger, sorry, he's but I meant everyone get charged cheaply. Well, it was a cheap on Saturday, so yeah. Sorry, apologies about that. So Mr. Luke's put, I smell another pitch invasion against Barnet. Not with my legs. And
you ain't got anywhere near that park.
Yeah. What's your opinion on people who club hop, mainly ex-Gateshead South Shields fans who want Barnet to win now? I haven't heard anything of the.
I haven't seen any negativity. No.
No.
I mean, I'm sure it'll exist out there. You know, everyone's, as I say, got an opinion, but I've not seen anything. You know.
Each their own. You know what I mean? If that's the way you roll, let them roll. But
yeah,
I tell you what, just going to the game though. I mean, Barnet, we've played them twice this season, and in recent seasons when we're last up, they're good games. We're good games. In fact, we should have beat them. We were 2-0 down early on, but it was like a case of how are they beating us 2-0?
In a perfect world, when we get to that game, we've got Greg Ollie back. Hopefully, Owen Bailey's in contention to be on the bench or maybe even starting. Harris. So hopefully, you would have a midfield of Conter, Ollie, and Ward would be a big improvement in creativity. Up front, Campbell, Martin, and Harris. Obviously, cup-tied players on eligible, like the players that Denanga kind of play, and then out of what we're back for, any connotation you'd be happy with. So that on its own is a good starting lineup, and then hopefully the bench can fill up as well. But that's in the ideal world. If we can get to that stage, then we've got to go into that game with a 50-50 chance, and that's why we need the big crowd behind us. We need Tyneside to come out and give us the support, because what a story that would be, right? The richest club in the world getting to Wembley, and little Gateshead. And
probably the poorest.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, this is why it's so special, because the club, look, we're punching above our weight. We're going up against some massive clubs that should be in the Football League or even higher, and we're in the Final Four. Them teams aren't in. Yes, they might have fielded weakened sides, but that's up to them. This is a competition. This is the non-league FA Cup. This is the biggest trophy you can win in non-league football, and we've got a chance.
It's a trophy I've always wanted to win.
Oh God!
Yeah, same here, Mickey. Yeah, I'd agree.
So close, so many times to get into the final.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be really special when
this is what it's all about. Look, Newcastle want to win the FA Cup and the League Cup. They've got chances to get there. They've got there this season. This is ours. This is ours. We're not going to win the FA Cup. The best we can hope for is getting a cup run against a big side. That's.
I can't see us taking on Trafalgar Square, though, can you?
I'll tell you what, though, forget the Wembley. I'm putting the Gateshead flag over at the frigging Grays Monument and dancing.
Yeah, yes, we are. Absolutely.
Everybody else, they're coming and taking all our bloody monuments. It's on our bloody club badge, man. The Angel putting a Newcastle badge on it. Toss us. Anyway.
Say it how it is, mate. Go on there, Davey.
It did knock us a little bit, especially when
Saucer of milk on table one there.
No,
I agree with Davey.
What knocked is it's on my club badge, man. It's the Angel, and you're putting your football shirt on our statue in Gateshead. To me, that's a Mickey take. But on that one, someone's put here, Davey. There we go. And see, I've got off my soapbox. So Luke has put well, you got the home draw, yeah, because I was talking to him in the anticipation of us drawing Halifax. We're going to have Luke on tonight, but it's lovely that he's joined us. Thank you, Luke. Someone's got perfect there. Saturday was perfect. Gateshead win and York get beat and Altrincham, not to Altrincham at home. Someone's put Castro back to spark up the attack. I don't think he will be. I believe that loan has ended.
Castro's away back to West Brom.
Yep, that's not going to happen.
Like I said the other day.
Yeah, but no. But in all seriousness, though, I mean, because I hope if we do get through, I hope the town of Gateshead gets behind us like they got behind Newcastle. You know, I know it's a gripe. We are a small club. I'm not in any illusions of, like, it's tongue in cheek going across the Grays Monument, but we just got to get, the town talking about the club, and they're doing magnificent things, and that's what we want. So we've got
hopefully the club's media are going to overdrive. We'll be on Radio Newcastle, we'll be on Tyne Tees, we'll be on Look North.
Yeah. Well done, Ken, by the way. Look at his message.
Yeah, I still got grief off Newcastle fans for posting out that it was our badge. I know I did see that. People going, "Oh, shut up, man, you're Mackhams," and you're like, "No, it's actually in NE9. That's in Gateshead. It's not your angel; it's our angel." I was like, "Okay, well, I'll tell you what,
it is the angel of the
North."
So is Bladen with its races. That's also in Gateshead, but let's not go there. Anyway.
Oh God,
Easy,
because she put a field now, she's ours.
I should play centre mid.
Sometimes I think she does.
What other local things can we take back as Gateshead?
We're having it back.
Warhol for the Tyne Bridge.
Stevenson drew it on the Gateshead side of the bridge. He did the rocket there. So, right, we'll get into that. Right, we've got more. We're going to play like and subscribe. Join us in a second. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, please do. This is what it's all about. And so we'll keep it going, and then we'll get into the Torquay chat coming up very, very soon. The Heat Army podcast needs your help. No, we don't need money. All we need is you to do one simple thing. It'll take less than a second. If you could hit that like button, the subscribe button, and share whatever post that we put up regarding Gateshead Football Club, it'll go a long way in helping the show build and ultimately helping us push the club to the moon. Some mighty fine drone flying, if I say so myself. Right, it's the only time I can really see it. Do you think we'll bring anyone in to replace Castro? Well, we already have brought in that loan of Ed Francis, and I think that's our quota of loans. So if anyone does come in, I might be wrong. You would think it might have to be a short-term signing, but I'm not 100% on that. But hopefully we can. It'd be nice to bolster the trophy squad, and of course it brings its own incentives, a chance of getting to Wembley if you're going to sign for a month and drop down from a higher level. So let's fingers crossed.
That's funny enough. I said exactly the same to Heavy today.
Yeah.
If we are allowed to bring any more loans in, what more bigger carrot can you dangle in the chance to play at Wembley?
You're definitely going to be in the squad for Wembley. Like, But we've got here, great to see us reach a semi-final. Excellent penalty heroics from Monty. Home draw versus Barnet. Definitely hope we can get a big crowd. And of course, as I say, God, I've just had a horrible thought when I was reading that, playing out that last advert. I thought, watch someone clip that and go, look at these Gateshead fans, doing like Newcastle. Love Newcastle. I hope you've got no problems with Newcastle. I hope they do well, but hopefully they can lend some support. And Middlesbrough, Sunderland, further afield, any Carlisle fans, anyone, come along. It should be an absolutely fantastic day. That's what it's all about. This is for the Northeast. Just
Northeast non-league fans as well. Yeah, just
if we can get another team, especially when you look at the haves and the have-nots, if both of them can get to Wembley in the same season, wow.
It's just because it's normally finals day, isn't it? The FA Trophy.
It is, yeah.
It's just a shame there isn't the Northern League team.
I know. This is the first year in a long time there hasn't been at least 3 or 4 teams involved in the later quarterfinal stages onwards. But yeah, I mean, look, if you look at the geographical thing, was it less than 1.5 miles between each ground, or 2 miles for two clubs? Like, I mean, I know Liverpool and Everton have got Wembley in the same seasons and stuff like that, but the difference in level between the two of them getting there is, I think it would be amazing. But we're not there yet, and we need everyone.
We've got to play Barnet first, lads.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing's a given. Nothing is a given. But you know, we're there. It's 90 minutes. It's both teams to get into it. We've got here. Sorry, do you think we'll have money to sign Camille on a full deal? No. I think Camille's got a bright future ahead of him in the football.
Yeah.
Higher.
The only way we'll be able to sign Camille is if Gateshead Council give us Gateshead Stadium, and that would flog it.
That'll be the way to do it.
I saw Notts County terminated a contract today of one of their players.
Get him in.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I looked at it straight away. I was like, "Oh, where does he play? What position?" But he's a right back, unfortunately. So I was like, "It's not what we need."
Heavy-handed.
Right.
We could do with a goalkeeper though.
Well, we've got quite enough of them, haven't we?
We only got 4.
Yeah.
Right. Just to fill the bench.
Seems like Barnet fans are planning to walk the Gateshead as travel arrangements since they're on strike. That's unfortunate. I feel for them. You know what I mean? It's
yeah. Well, we would have been gutted if we got away to Barnet, wouldn't we? So
without a doubt. Just seen Middlesbrough away on the first to Huddersfield, so hopefully, you know, it's going to go out and look north. You would imagine there'll be something. There'll be the press conference before the game. There will be people.
If any Borough fans go, because it's like Geordie's full stop.
Yeah, well, as we can't get to the barn, as we cannot get to Barnet home, my fellow West Peterborough and season ticket holder brother Robert Clancy has emailed the local MP with a sob story for being 74 and could be his last chance to see the Heat get to Wembley. We'll keep you updated. Can't see a sofa-driven limo coming though. Well, fingers crossed. You never know.
You never know. There might be someone from down south might be coming up.
Yeah, see, get on the Gateshead FC Heat Army page and see there might be someone making the journey up. Any expats. So yeah, it should be one of them exciting days, but we have an exciting day on a very, very important day. The worst result for either side would be a draw and Yeovil to pick up points on Saturday. Look, this is a must win. We've got to at worst get a point and hope that the teams above us don't get any more. But now you've got to win these home games, especially against a team underneath you. It's not going to be a game.
I'm sorry, points need good. It's must win.
It's going to be cold-blooded. Both teams need the points.
Have you seen the fixtures tomorrow night? There's a few fixtures tomorrow night. Obviously, we're not playing.
I don't think none really, apart from Scunthorpe.
Yeovil away to Barnet.
Yeah, so come on, Barnet.
Your daughter was right. Yeah, your daughter was right.
Barnet, it would be great if you could win, get 7 injuries and 3 red cards in this game. That's the challenge.
But York playing Alti.
Oh well, look at this. We've got good to see Torquay got a player sent off on Saturday. Hopefully he's one of their better players. I tell you what, it's funny, isn't it? How we do that, isn't it? How we'll look for these. They've got to travel up the M6, not the A1. Great.
To be honest, you wouldn't be surprised if they flew up.
Oh, they probably would.
Yeah.
Fly from Exeter, wouldn't they? Exeter, Newcastle. Yeah.
Let's pray for an airstrike. Not an airstrike as in a missile. I mean, like.
hopefully they got via Abu Dhabi.
Is that an airstrike with a drone when passing gates?
No. An airstrike as in staff walking out, not like Putin all of a sudden becoming a gated
fan. Send them via America just so they've got jet lag.
Yeah, that's what
listen, it's huge, isn't it? It's absolutely huge. It really is. Looking at our fixtures coming up as well. Got a few, haven't we? Big games. Obviously, Aldershot the week after as well. But that's for future gated. Torquay. How do you see it going, lads? How do you see it going? Who's fit? Who got what's the scores on the injury front at the moment?
I think Kenton will be available. You'll
Kenton
have
will be available.
Whelan will
Ollie.
be back. Francis will be
Whelan,
back. Dean
Francis,
Anger will be back.
yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Elliot Forbes is quite close, because he told me he was quite close.
Oh, really?
So,
Hopefully, and I mean, dare we say, if there is a loan available, do you think the club, if they've got one left, do you think they'll bring someone in? I think they have to, really, especially either midfield or attacking midfield.
Got to look at that, yeah. Attacking midfield, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Someone who can score goals.
Theoretically, you're looking at a striker.
Yeah.
I know. It's a weak link at the moment, isn't it? We kind of put the ball in the net.
We've just got to hope that Harris gets back fit as well. It's there's a lot of ifs and buts, but look, it's positive. We're in the semi-final and still fighting to get out the relegation zone. We're in fourth bottom, better than being rock bottom, of course. But you feel that this game will go a long way into deciding, possibly, if Torquay, if they get beat, it really heaps the pressure on them, doesn't it?
It does.
So
some big games on Saturday as well as ours. So just down the road, it's York against Dorking. That's a big.
Yeah. Hang on, we've got Jack, the Brackley fan. He's joined us today. He's got hell evening, you beautiful bunch. Let us know how Adi Yusuf's playing for you at the moment. Whelan was a big miss on Saturday. Just keeps ticking things over
possession
wise. Yeah, he does. Ben Franklin for attacking midfield. Yeah, well, we didn't actually, because obviously I hadn't really heard of Ben Franklin, so that we didn't know what position he played. But obviously Ben Franklin there, if called upon, I'm sure will give his all like Ollie Thompson did. So it's
great to see young kids come through.
It is.
Yeah, you blood them in. Yeah.
He's put who's he walks like a donkey. I don't know. So we've got Mason Torquay player got sent off as their main player in midfield. Great to hear. Saturday is a must win. It certainly is. Yeah. You can start sending your predictions for Saturday. We were thinking about doing a show on Thursday, but I think we'll let it breathe and simmer this week. We'll get over what's happened.
I think the last few games we've sat there, haven't we, and said this is a must win. That was against Halifax. Obviously, Saturday was a must win, so on we go.
A few games aside, we're not losing games. Yes, we're picking up points, draws, maybe. And we're in better form than a lot of teams around us.
No, Mickey doesn't look convinced. Go on, Mickey, what were you going to say?
We have to start winning. If it's pointless keep getting draws.
Everyone knows that, but
yes, I do, Jack. Thank you very much, and I don't think yous will come up neither.
That's it. Building bridges. That's the point.
Tell it how it is, Mickey.
I'm not bad Yusuf up front, yous or not.
Very much in our own hands, having played less than the teams around us. That's the big thing. We've got to make them games count. Liv is going for 3-1 on Saturday against Torquay.
Oh, nice.
Go on,
Mickey's
Liv.
less convinced. Mickey, go on.
Liv's been on the wine, gums and water tonight. Go on, Ted.
I haven't got a clue. It depends what the team is.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I mean,
it's going to be tight. There'll be nerves out there for both teams because they know what's at stake, don't they?
2-1.
Oh, Mickey, I was going to go for 2-1. I thought.
Well, it makes a change because I've got to change mine for yours.
Jax is a tougher league than last year, 100%. He doesn't think they'll get up. Mr. Luke's went 3-1 as well. Mick's got his, but my Warriors' home form is the second worst in the league. We need to improve on that start on Saturday. And they'll all know that at the club. They're working on it. And look, as we've said before, we cannot get on the players' backs. We're not blessed with a big budget. We're not blessed with a big squad. We're not a big club. Yes, in our hearts, we're a big club because it's a club we love. But look, we're battling away. We're scrapping.
I think in recent weeks, we're just it's just been the lack of creativity, hasn't it? The lack of chances we've been creating. You know what I mean? It was just, Halifax, there wasn't anything there. Let's be honest. So it'd just be nice to see a bit more, impetus, just a bit more, creating a few more chances.
The Halifax game really worried me about how many chances were created, and
that was.
But listen, I mean, look on the other side. The positives is some of our key players have actually had a rest. I know that sounds crazy, but they actually didn't play on Saturday, so they've had a rest. So it's been 14 days or whatever, 10 days between the Halifax game and them taking to the pitch again. So these players should be a bit fresher. I think we'll edge it. It'll be cagey. Both teams know what's at stake, don't they? Both teams are going to be nervous. I think we'll edge it. I think we'll beat them.
Well, Livs, but just want us to get a good win. Jack's asking if we still got Greg Ollie. We have. It's just he was injured on Saturday. Trina's went 4-2. Oh, she's been on the
Tell you what it is, lads. She hasn't, not this season as much, but she's got a few right. But last season she called a load of them right, and I never backed one of them.
Wow. 4-2. Wow, that'd be a cracking game.
What was it? I'm trying to think who it was. I think it was Darlington. She said 4-2. And I thought, I wish I'd put money on that. And then there was another one where I thought we'll be lucky to get out here, and we won 3-1, and Trina had said that, and I'm thinking, what the hell's going on? Yeah, I should go with 5 or 6 right from last season.
Yeah,
and I never backed one.
It's good to see with all the predictions by everyone's still positive, aren't they? All positive predictions.
Joe and he's went 2-0. Then we've got Darren. He's put 1-0. Scrappy, nervous affair.
I agree with Darren.
Definitely not Danny Aarons has put. I was at the match on Saturday and Pi was talking to his family. I was next to them, but I moved over next to the other fans. And it's good to know you're not in the earwigger. That's what we like to know. So yes, secrets are safe with Danny. Right.
I tell you what, it can't be 1-0 in a scrappy affair, Darren. I'll have to burn me underpants. I mean, screw the way I brush. I'll just have to burn them.
I think we still need to burn your underpants, Mickey. Good to see the ladies win 1-0 yesterday. Of course, Jack's put right. I'm off. Good luck for the season. Hope you still. Thank you, Jack, for joining us. It's very nice.
Cheers, Jack.
Come along.
Cheers, man.
1-0 to the Heat, says Sam Pennington. We need to try and tighten up at the back as I don't trust us to keep a clean sheet right now. We just have to try and score more than the opposition. Well, we've kept a few clean sheets of late. But
we just haven't scored.
2-2.
2-1 to the Heat, says Sam Parry. 2-1 to the Heat, Christopher Story. Keep them coming in, everybody. Mr. Torquay fans aren't happy with their manager at all. Long way to come up. Mood at the club is bleak. If Torquay lose this game, they have to be gone. Well, it's going to be very hard for them if they do. But Mickey, you were listening to their commentary on a game the other week, and
Bromley against Bromley. I listened to the second half, and with 5 minutes to go, the lads who were reporting said this is looking bleak. Even if we're going equaliser, it looks like we're staring National League North and National League South.
Christ, that would be bleak if they had to play in the National League North.
Staring right down the barrel of the National League South, and even the commentator says there's still plenty of games to go, but I just cannot see we're doing it. And that was 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Boiler Sports TV. Imagine if that Ollie Thompson volley had went in the back of the net. So that would have been a hell of a debut goal.
That would have took the roof off.
Oh,
I think he's seen his name up in lights, didn't he?
I think that had went and I would have burnt my toes on my heater underneath the desk. Well, if they win 1-0, maybe put your burn your pants at the match in celebration. Look,
nobody wants to see them.
Look, the world has already had so many disasters like Chernobyl, like that Ohio train crash. We do not need Mickey burning his underpants and killing half the stand. Can you imagine it just toxic poisoning right across? I think Monty will be.
That's really, really nice of you. I mean, I do change my underwear every day.
Yeah, but you just turn them inside out.
Unlike you do. I've seen his underpants on the washing line on the Isle of May, and they didn't look a very nice colour. I can tell you, they were meant to be white.
That was off the seals blowing their nose. We got 5-2 I reckon Torquay will get a red card. Well,
5-2.
Get in,
champion.
Yeah, but look, as I say, we've got about 10 minutes left. On a serious note, I know I've said it a couple of times. We've got to get people there. Please do share everything you see that's put out by the club regarding this game. Make your own posters, make your own posts, tag as many friends, local celebrities, everybody. Let's get Twitter filled and get people coming to this game, because that is what is important. Look,
even if someone makes a banner to put on Twitter, and then we can just keep retweeting it and send it to different people. We'll just keep retweeting it.
You can even try and make it humorous, like I tried earlier on with this one. Where is it?
It's a good one.
It's a good one. There we go. Let's all get to a semi, that is. Back the Heat April 1st. So, you know, I'm going to be doing things like that, send them out. That's credit to Emilio, his photos there, Emilio Kirkley. Say, obviously, the great Charles Waff as well. He had some good photos from Saturday as well, out there in the land. And also as well, there is an auction going on while we're here for
Is that Mickey's pants?
It is. It's Mickey's pants. The lads have signed them in solidarity.
They were white.
Oh dear.
They're Monty shorts signed by Monty, Pears, and Elliot. There is an auction going on the Facebook Heat Army page. Dave Allen, I think at the last I seen was £25 was the bid for them at the moment. So if you want signed shorts, a little bit of history there, signed by 3 great goalkeepers, get yourselves on that. And you know, you could be wearing them next to Mickey as underpants twins. So let's have a little look here. We've got Liv Walden has put what's this? What a quality podcast this is every week. She's just trying to get a free scarf or something. Her another win for the ladies. Where are they in the league? Yeah, we can actually tell you where they are in the league because you've joined us late. There they are. 7th, I think. They're sitting 7th in the league with 4 games in hand on the leaders. So there's a chance they could make a late push. But other results have to go their way as well. But hey, they're in with a chance and they're winning games. That's the best thing. Right, we've got another one there. I will be there, says Jamie. Good stuff. Drag your friends, drag your mum, drag your granny. She'll love a bit of the Heat.
Well, it was nice to see Jamie and Dion at the match on Saturday.
Yeah.
It was actually Jamie's idea because normally he doesn't like the cold, and when we're watching the lasses, he just bitches on.
Does he?
He was borrowing one of the lasses' gloves on Sunday, man, the big soft tart.
Well, Mr. Luke's the Farsley players were getting nervous taking penalties against Monty. Of course, everyone's, you know, he's that good. I can only speak about Twitter, but the moment people who retweet the club's posts is very poor. Yeah, I've noticed that. It's a simple thing to do and gets the club's name out there. So it's a challenge. We're going to do this all the way up to the build-up. And even to the end of the season, we need to get people there. It was a good attendance on Saturday. It could have been better. Of course, Farsley not the greatest supported team in the world. But, you know, Gateshead with, you know, close to 1,000 in the home end. Let's get them numbers up, people. I don't think you realise how important it is to the club to have good attendances. We don't have the money, man. It's a fan-owned club predominantly. You know, we need to be doing our bit. Yes, the Soul is doing great things. They need supporting on them things as well. So follow the Gated Soul on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. Get involved and let's share it. Let's get more people involved. And this is the type of thing that the club can build on. I don't think we built on it the last time we got to Wembley. Not that we're there yet, so, you know, but there's a chance. We didn't build on it. And these are the occasions we have to build on to get more people to come back and, you know, get interested in the club, get that spark. So hopefully we can do that. And, you know, I know, like, as I said, I joked before about, you know, going up at Gray's Monument, but, you know, I think it's about establishing our identity a bit as well and getting people to not respect it, but pay attention to it and say, right, oh yeah, well, that is Gateshead. Let's, you know, get behind it. I live in Gateshead. You know, I support Newcastle, but I'd like to see Gateshead get to Wembley. Them are the people we've got to entice in. They're the people we've got to, you know, get hooked. And, you know, hopefully if we can get there and make magical memories, it would be amazing. But if not, hopefully we can give a good fist of it and put a good display on for a big crowd. That's all the things we've got to go for here. We've got here a huge game for both clubs. A draw for either. Sorry, one second. A draw for either is not good for both teams. They have to go all out. It's a huge 6-pointer. It certainly is. Yeah. He certainly does. Pay myself laughing. It must be about your underpants, that, Mickey. If Sheath Underwear would like to sponsor us, we'd definitely take some new skivvies, like, wouldn't we, Mickey, lads? And Davey, would you like some new skivvies?
I tell you what, There could be Primark books or short ads still wear them. Or wear the arse with them either way.
No, it's too much information.
Let's get Mickey some underpants with Blythe Spartans on the backside so he can
No, do
desecrate
not
the
do
badge
that.
every day. You can desecrate the badge every day, Mickey.
I don't care. I don't want to wear Blythe Spartan underpants.
And
I wouldn't even clean the windows with them.
Sure, man. Can you imagine Graham Fenton's face on the inside of your underpants? You wouldn't wipe for a month, would you?
I don't want them that close to me arse.
I suppose I better turn up, jump around. You better, yes. Big credit to
Yes,
Dave.
he did. Slipknot on Saturday. Very well done, Ken.
Bit of Slipknot. James Rushmore was very baffled by it, and so was Jack McGragan. So yeah, keep it up. I need some more AC/DC though. As well. Let's hope the semi-final curse doesn't strike again. Touch wood, third time lucky. Look, there's no curse. There's no curse.
No.
Right. Worst. What wasn't going to mention the Grays Monument tour starts again on April the 1st.
Let's do it.
It would be funny, wouldn't it? For like all five who were standing there shouting Toon Army. He puts his gated top on with them. This must be either your underpants, Mickey.
Wow. Too much information.
You just walk around in your underpants and you get to top Mickey around the house.
Anyway.
Yes, I do. I walk. No, in fact,
I
walk
don't know.
Get top on it and nothing on below.
Well, my goodness gracious.
All she gets to see is your knees because there's nothing else there.
Well, I couldn't do that on the island. The blinking puffins will have a peck, so you know, no chance.
Well, they couldn't have only got 2 jelly tots and a jelly baby, so
forget. There's no semi-final curse.
Just to local TV, BBC, ITV feature the Heat in the next few weeks as it's as often it's out. Well, look, they turned up the other week before the quarter final and did a piece and interviewed yours truly. Although my wife was more happy about a hat being on the telly than me. So we got that. The music when the team comes out needs to be louder. It needs to be AC/DC. That's what it needs to be.
Yeah, I used to like it when they used to quote the Back in Black. Like,
yeah, I think it should. What about what about the golden you always talk about, Mickey? You got your golden underpants?
I keep telling them I've got a golden thong, but I haven't.
Thank goodness.
Well, you know, obviously we're into the semi-finals now, and I made that Daniel Craig comment, didn't I? So it's possible me and Mickey on the 7th could be down Tynemouth Beach with the camera.
I ain't going in. You said you were going in. I didn't say I was going in.
I cannot record myself and get in, can I?
I'll record it. It's fine.
Take your drone.
Take me drone. I just.
See if I can splash it in the sea.
I just see on local news there was an unfortunate accident when a man chopped off his own penis with a drone at the beach. The search for it, it's floating. BBC did a bit on Gateshead tonight. Fantastic stuff. Thank you, Stuart, for listening in. Does Mickey have a pair of Greg's underpants?
Oh,
no, I don't actually.
Oh, there we go.
I don't know. Greg Ollie's at fit.
There we go. Was going to say we need AC/DC back in. We need AC/DC back in black.
Greg's.
Yeah. So.
Oh, you meant Greg Ollie?
Oh, right,
drops a pair of underpants for us.
Your eyes lit up a little bit.
Could you imagine Mickey trying to squeeze into Greg Ollie's underpants?
Oh, no,
I'd be like trying to put a sausage
a shoe on
in a keyhole, wouldn't it?
Too much information.
I need a shoe on, like.
Yeah.
But I had to borrow some of that large you're going to have to put on when you're going swimming in the sea.
Well, I tell you what, the Heat Army podcast is nothing but educational on lubing up a man. Right. Whether it's for swimming or putting on a young man's underpants. You can still get your predictions in. It's been an enjoyable show.
As long as they're clean, I'll put them on.
I know. It's been an enjoyable show. Look, there's positives there. We're into the semi-finals. A chance of Wembley. Jesus Christ. Wow. Do you think the club will promote games earlier? I think they will do on this one. They need to, because also as well they need to have an estimate for how many stewards they need, police presence, things like that. This is a big game. The club need early doors tickets
I
sold.
imagine the tickets will be up soon.
We need to push it to the hilt, and us fans have our own responsibility to do that. So this is the time we're going to push the hell out of it on the podcast. We'll do what we can, and hopefully we can have a great memory to look back on one day. The lads will do it proud. I'm no doubt about that. But we just don't want to get carried away. It's a long way to go.
I mean, I don't want to go too far, but should we get there, hopefully they'll have merchandise days like they did the last time.
Yeah, the club has to. They'll
be cash in. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All opportunities.
Well, if we get Wembley, when do you think the tickets will go on sale? I don't know. Let's not get that. Tickets on sale for the semi-final. Arvid is getting another one. I think he's got his plane tickets booked for London on the off chance.
Champion.
There we go.
Wow.
And, Ginger Joe has put National League Gateshead Torquay, Aldershot or play. That's what's with our next games. Then it's away to Aldershot and then home to Diamond Redbridge. They're coming in. Need 5 points at least, says Ginger Joe. We need as many points as possible. As many points.
There you can. There's your opportunity. Meet the Barnet. One of the Barnet coaches. Come up on one of theirs.
Yeah, that would be great. Sitting with them. Especially when you've got to come back when you've won.
Imagine
how cool it will be sitting on the roof. We'll keep going another 5 minutes, lads, if you want to. Play out, let's see. Obviously, look at this. Let's all get a semi.
There we go.
To a semi. Get to a semi.
Michael had a good message earlier about just everyone doing their part, isn't it, and raising the profile and on Twitter. I must admit, I'm guilty of not doing that. So yeah, I'm going to pull my finger out as well.
Hopefully, I can once the Twitter ban's up.
God, no BBC comments. Yeah,
no, that could be frosty, couldn't it? If I'm doing the commentary of the BBC on the table next to us, they're going to be looking at us going, "We reported you to Twitter." So I bet it was Paul Dixon. I love Paul. Right, we'll play a quick advert on how to like and subscribe. We'd love you to do so. Follow all our social medias, and we'll start to wrap it up when we come back. You've still got time to send your predictions for Torquay, and if you want to mention anything else before we go. Well, Ken Richardson makes a great point here that obviously we've spoke about teams having to come up here midweek, which is a good thing. We also have a midweek journey. Eastleigh has been knocked out on Tuesday night. Penalty for doing well in the trophy. It certainly is. But look, got to go down there, got to do the business. And look, the team, that they prep as well as they can. They stop, they train halfway down, they get their legs moving. Let's hope it pays off for us. And, who knows? Just see how it goes. We kind of get too anxious, can we? We've got, as the club say, the old proverb, take each game as it comes and don't look any further forward. Am I the only one who thought match of the day was better without all the punditry? I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it. I was asleep.
Yeah. It was awful. Hey, I'm just looking, by the way, the next 5 of the next 6 games are at home.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's all going to be good, man. It is. It's decent. It's going to make it. Thoughts on the National League streaming service doing test events for the National League North and South? Didn't know there were.
They are. I think they've. Well, in fact, one of the games tomorrow night is going to be Brackley against Kings Lynn. Is on TV tomorrow night. But the thing is, they're going to pick out the best supported clubs out, the Kidderminster and all that.
The thing is, I know those some clubs reluctant to do it in this league. Or you telling me that the likes of like Farsley Celtic, with not the best home attendance, or some other clubs with not the best of home attendance, are going to be happy to put it online for cheaper than what it's going to be at the game. At this level, it's questionable. The level below, I think, is absurd, in my opinion. But yeah, so
I think they're just being very select on games. I think that's the point, and I think they'll just target those bigger supported clubs.
It's nice to showcase, but at the same time, it would be better if it was on telly, actual, on BT. But that's another thing. What's going to happen with BT next year with coverage, because they're going to become TNT Sports, aren't they? They've been bought out.
Oh, I've not heard this.
Yeah, so it is going to be TNT Sports.
TNT.
Yeah, so
Smooth
we've got a message saying plenty of oil. I don't know if that's for. I don't know where. He's going to be greeted with Trina in rubber gloves and plenty of oil. So
I'm short of vegetable oil. If you're going to bring some of that, dude.
yeah. Mickey will take a squirt of fry light any day.
Not for you. Not for that.
Oh, he's gone.
I was going to change the subject anyway.
Well, the first time he did it, he used extra virgin, but he can't do that now.
Southend's manager getting manager of the month.
Yeah,
Did you see that?
I did.
Did you see what was the Southend fan tweeted it as well? Retweeted.
No.
Someone called Chris Phillips, I think it was, tweeted, "How the hell did Mia not get volunteer of the month as well?" They haven't been paid.
Yeah. Chris Phillips down there. He's their Mark Carruthers, isn't he? But he's not as good as Mark. We have to travel to Boreham Wood on Tuesday night too. They haven't announced the date for that game yet. Yeah, that's going to be a stunner. Careless, but yes, Warner Brothers will be the parent company of BT Sports. Of course, there's a lot of mergers happened over there because it's Warner Brothers Discovery now. That's bought TNT over there, and then they've obviously got the other things, and they've bought BT Sports as well, so it's all being packaged in there. We have a lot of games in hand. It's a bit of a bonus. We only need to convert into wins. It's all well and good having them, but you've got to do something with them. So yeah,
an old argument, the chicken and egg, and it's would you rather have the points or the points on the board?
Yeah, it is. But I'd rather have an egg sandwich at the minute. I'm starving. It comes with their own Eurosport too. Yeah, so
we have to wait until Trina brings me vegetable oil and I'll make you one.
Not for an hour that oil's been.
With your wind, you don't need egg sandwich, I tell you. Oh, stick to bread and water.
I'll tell you a quick story about the CPAP machine. Obviously, I've been windy and stuff, and I had been eating loads of I'd been making like Mexican style wraps. So I was filling them with peppers, mushrooms, and onions. All right, and I was very, very gassy. And I got into bed in the CPAP machine, and I farted. Right, no. I was like, "Oh, thank God, I don't want people to smell that." I've got the machine on. Little did I realize there's an air filter on the back, and it just sucked through the fart and rammed it into my face through the seat. No. Good. It was minging, honest. It was when you have a hot one and you know it's going to be bad. Yeah.
Oh, dear me, man. Oh, you
I was crying in bed.
I bet you will. Mustard gas.
And it's hard to get it off, and it's got like metal clips and you like magnets. But then I thought myself it'd be worse if I take it off, so I was just like, honest. So anyway, on that note, everybody, share everything you say about Gateshead. And Davey, Nicky, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Absolutely.
You made it sick now.
Yeah.
Quality.
Thank you to everyone that messaged in tonight.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
Nice to catch up with everyone.
Oh, there we go. Hang on. Boreham Woods grounds next to Elstree Studios, where Alvida St. Pet was filmed. Oh, there we go.
Well, there you go.
And James Bond. Yeah. And ups and downs of a window cleaner as well, I believe. So there we go. I just made that up. I say I made it up there. Yeah, there we go. So there we go, from light pornography to the end of the show.
The first TV show where I seen a bit of quim.
Oh my goodness!
On that note,
this is getting out of hand.
It is. But anyway, another good show, lads. I'll be back scrubbing Mickey's underpants for Sat. Well, there we go. On that note, everybody, we're going to say goodbye and say, look, things are positive. We've got a chance of getting to Wembley and a chance of staying up. And these lads will give everything they can. So we'll on that note, we're going to end it there. See you later, everybody. Bye. Bye. just before we'll go, we've been corrected. It was Adventures of, and also there was the ins and outs of a window cleaner too. So there we go.
Well,
If
there
you
you
want,
go.
yeah, there you
That,
go.
that story, that fart story, was hilarious.
Oh,
Well, let's hope I don't do it. Nick.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Right, see you later.
I felt